Once you get good at having a hollow position, you should be able to manipulate that hollow position, move your arms without changing the hollow from down at your sides to out to the sides to over your head to back down to doing circling actions. And you shouldn't be affecting the hollow. You shouldn't be moving and changing. You got to stay still. You got to loosen up the shoulders. So there's all kinds of exercises you can do on the ground to help out with that. If you have access to a trampoline, you can also do a lot of these actions on trampoline. You can practice going up and down on your toes, staying in line. And they have the added benefit of the trampoline moving because the diving board also moves, and it's more difficult to maintain your balance when you have something moving than when you're on something stable like the ground or on a platform. In addition to going up and down on your toes, you can go up and down on your toes and move your arms up and down. You can move your arms in circles. You can leave your arms still in over your head and go up and down on your toes. There's all kinds of different exercises that you can do on the trampoline as well to get yourself ready for jumping. Skill 1, priming, arms down. Here we see me standing to the side a little bit, priming on the trampoline. Notice at first you can't see my ankles because I'm not priming with enough amplitude, but as I go further, I get higher up on my line, not going back and forth, staying vertical. Here, seeing it from the front, again, I'm priming at first you can't see, but as I do more and more prime, now you're beginning to see my ankles, you'll be able to see my toes as I get more amplitude. I'm keeping my shoulders down relaxed, keeping my arms tight against my body. Skill 2, bouncing, arms down. This is the profile view of bounces with the arms down. You saw me come up on my toes, bend my knees, then push through my legs and toes, staying on the same vertical line, bouncing up and down. I don't bend my knees very deep when I'm doing the multiple bounces. I'm just focusing on staying on the line. And the forward view, I go up on my toes, bend, push, shoulders stay down, arms stay against my sides. When I land, my feet are apart. When I jump into the air, my toes come together, showing off control with the lines all the way through, staying in the same place, going up and down, up and down. Skill 3, priming, arms overhead. In the profile view, you'll see me do the same thing going up and down on my toes as I had with the arms down. My arms are this time over my head, or nearly so. Notice I stay firm with my body line. I go up and down, straight up and down, as if I'm an elevator in an elevator shaft. In the forward view here, I look a little bit angled to the side, but that's just because I don't know how to set up my tripod well. As I go up on my toes, I stretch my hands up. As I drop down and absorb the shock, I soften my shoulders and let my elbows bend just slightly. Skill 4, bouncing, arms overhead. The biggest thing to notice here is that my body shape isn't exactly hollow with my arms over my head when I start. I get better as I do the jumps, I get more hollow, my arms get a little higher over my head. But notice I'm staying in the same line, stretching up, softening my elbows, stretching up, softening, stretching up. From this front view, you can see the full extension I get. Elbows straighten out, fingertips go to the sky, toes come together. When I land, I soften, and then I stretch up, soften and stretch up, soften and stretch up. This is a really good view to see the full extension action when you're doing a jump. Skill 5, priming, arms flapping. In this profile view, again, my physical limitations are apparent. As I start going, I lose balance a little bit as well, go forward a bit, then arch back a little bit, and then I get myself into a good groove, and there we go. There's the nice lines going up and down, staying solid, going through my range of motion. This forward view hides my inflexibility well, and it looks really nice. You can see me touching my backs of my hands over my head and the sides of my legs as I go down, doing a full range of motion with relaxed shoulders, straight elbows, getting full extensions all the way through each action. Skill 6, bouncing, arms flapping. As you can see here, at the beginning it's a little awkward, and it often is. That's why we do multiple bounces to get yourself in a rhythm and a groove to be able to start going and feel it right, and then go up and down, up and down, up and down. Sometimes you get off balance, you see me bounce backward and forward a little bit there, then I get back into the line again. That's the goal. This face-on view shows a much more controlled looking action. Again, full range of motion, arms touching sides of legs and backs of hands overhead, pushing in legs together. I may not jump as high in the air as you might expect, but my trampoline is kind of old springs, and every third spring is removed to make it slow on purpose. Skill 7, priming, arms circling. In this profile view, we see me circle my arms with straight elbows and keep my knees straight while I prime up and down on my toes. Notice the arms are a little bit slow getting back over the head. If they got over the head really early, I would probably be getting my toes off of the trampoline and bouncing a bit, and that's not the point of this exercise. Rather, the point of this exercise is to move the arms through a full range of motion circling action while maintaining your hollow position and staying balanced over your toes the entire time. You can see that happening here as we go through the forward view. Skill 8, bouncing, Arm circling. Here's the side view of circle and bounce. I'm circling my arms, bouncing and pushing, circling the arms, bouncing and pushing. Now, I'm not doing a great job getting my arms all the way through over my head before I push. I'm not sure if that's because I'm jumping along the width side of the trampoline instead of the length side of the trampoline, or my tight shoulders, or a combination, but I should be getting those arms through faster. In this forward view, we'll focus a little more on the positives. Straight elbows, full range of motion as I'm circling. Good stretches, nice form, staying on the same line up and down all the way through. This is a little bit better looking than we had before. Arms could still be a lot faster coming through as I press and reach though. Skill 9, 20 bounce routine. 5 arms down, 5 arms up, 5 flapping, and 5 circling. Here's a 20 bounce routine. Again, I'm jumping along the width side of the trampoline, so I'm a little nervous on this, so my balance is not the best. I'm going back and forth a lot. 5 bounces arms down, now 5 bounces arms up. When I finish that, we'll do the jumping jack style or the flapping arms down, up, down, up, down, up. Pretty good staying in line there until that last one there. Circling, circling back and forth a little bit. Now I get back into a nice rhythm for the rest of them. One great thing about trampoline is the immediate feedback you get from your action. In this forward view of the 20 bounce routine, and I'm jumping on the long side of the trampoline, you're going to see me look obviously a lot more comfortable with my actions, a lot smoother. Dropping and pushing, absorbing that impact. When I do my jumping jack style or flapping arms, you can see my arms are a little slow. If I get my arms back over my head while I'm pushing against the trampoline, it's going to shoot me up a lot higher. So my being slow, even though I'm controlled, is not necessarily a good thing. Same thing on these arm circles. Circle through. Circle over your head. I'm a little bit late there. Skill 10. Alternating straight bounces, holding arms overhead and pressing. This next series of jumps we're going to do in slow motion, and I found a better angle obviously to do my profile views from. Okay, so I'm bouncing and holding my arms over my head, and then I'm circling my arms on the next one, and then holding over my head, and then circling. This way you can really establish the vertical line that you want to stay on, and use muscle memory to help the arms get to the right place as you do it. Arms come through, you see the body staying still, you see me bouncing up and down, staying in the same place. You can use that pole as a frame of reference about where I'm staying with my lines. Skill 11, alternating straight bounces and tuck bounces, arms stay overhead on landing. In this series, we do bounces straight, alternating with bounces tuck. So you'll see me come up on my toes, bend my knees and push, stretching up to straight, coming down, pushing again, stretching to straight, and then tucking. Pushing to straight, and then tucking. Notice I bounced back and forth a little there, didn't stay on my line all the way as well as I could have. Now I'm back in nice lines, stretching up, tucking, pushing, stretching up on that line. You can see that pull from the spotting rig as a good frame of reference. Slightly back that time, pushing and stretching up into my tuck, slightly forward that time, pushing and being done. Skill 12, alternating straight bounces and tuck bounces, holding arms overhead on straight and pressing on tuck. This is a skill set that I also call bounce, press, tuck. I start with a straight bounce over my head, then I circle my arms, and then come off the trampoline up into a jump, extending straight, and then coming near a tuck. There's the straight, press, stretch, tuck. Push to straight, hold the arms still, circle the arms through, press, stretch, tuck. Arms stay straight. And notice in this series I'm circling my arms a lot better than I was in my earlier ones, and I'm actually jumping up a lot higher off the trampoline because of that. My arms are coming over my head earlier while I'm still in contact with the trampoline, and the trampoline is thus responding and pushing me up higher into the jump. That makes this series of jumps the best that we've seen so far in this tutorial. Pay attention to those arms, they're great here. Skill 13, alternating straight bounces and pike bounces, arms stay overhead upon landing. This is a combination of skills I also call bounce pike. I bounce, which is my straight bounce, and then I bounce up into a straight position, then come into my pike. Bounce and pike. The further I get along in this, the higher I jump, the easier it is for me to come into a decent pike. So I'm getting better to my toes, my body's coming into my position a lot nicer as I get stronger pushes. Notice the hollow position, the upper body and the arms coming down, the legs coming up into the position. On my final bounce there, I jump a little forward. But there's your basic bounce pike. Skill 14, alternating straight bounces and pike bounces, holding arms overhead on straight and pressing on pike. In this bounce, press, pike series, you can really see the benefit again of the muscle memory. Arms are over my head in the right place, they come overhead to that place again, actually a little bit better with the arm circle. They press through and they get all the way up. And then when you hold, it reinforces where you're supposed to be. And then when you press through, you can come back to that place again. And that's really helpful for you to maintain vertical lines while you're doing your jumps, to stay on that vertical line through a hurdle, a takeoff, anything that you're doing. This is a really good example of the muscle memory involved and the feedback from the trampoline involved that really helps you stay on vertical lines over and over as you do bounces. Skill 15, straight tuck, straight pike bounces, holding arms overhead on landing. This is a combination of skills I also refer to as straight tuck, straight pike. In this particular instance, I'll be keeping my arms over my head the entire time as I do it. I first do a straight bounce, as we see here, and I follow it with a tuck bounce. Then I go to a straight bounce again, and then I come to a pike bounce. Now, this alternating with straight in between helps me get to that muscle memory feeling of what I should feel like on a full extension before I break into a position. And the fact that I'm alternating positions with the tuck and pike gives a little more cognitive challenge because I'm doing some different things with my body after the extension. And that's similar to what may happen as you do a hurdle or a triple bouncing action. You're not going to do the same thing every time. So it's good to learn how to get the full extension first and then move into a different movement pattern. Skill 16, straight tuck, straight pike bounces, holding arms overhead on straight and pressing on tuck and pike. This combination of skills I also refer to as bounce, press, tuck, bounce, press, pike. The bounces are basically the straight jumps and they don't have a circle. And then the presses are the action coming into the next position, the front jump tuck. Here's a bounce staying straight and a press into the pike. So the bouncing position helps you calibrate and make sure you have good alignment and good full extension before getting ready for your pressing action to come into the more complicated tuck or pike aspect. Pushing and stretching, pressing, and I did a double one there, a little mistake there. I'm pressing into the tuck. Pushing, pressing, and now coming into the pike. Skill 17, hold, press, double press series of bounces. This series of hold, press, double press is invaluable for maintaining your hollow position and alignment with your body while your arms do their circling actions. Here we see you push and jump, and we're going to hold. Now this time we're going to press once. This time we're going to press twice. You see the arms circle through twice as we do the jump. Then you hold again and jump up. Press one time, normal. Now press two times, but maintain the shape with your body as the arms go through the full range of motion for the double circle. Bounce, press, and double press. I wanted to show the face-on view of this one as well so you can see the full range of motion with the arms as they're doing the circles. Okay, we get ready to do your bend and push, hold, we bounce again, now we do a single press, arms coming all the way through and up, now double press, one, and here's a second circle, then stretch and hold, press, and double press. Notice the body line is staying still, the arms are going all the way through, nice and relaxed, stretching. I do bend them for the landing when I do the hold because I'm old and it doesn't feel very good to land with straight arms on the trampoline. Skill 18, hold, press, double press, triple press series of bounces. In the spirit of one-upmanship, we're now going to do a hold, press, double press, triple press. This actually looks nicer when you don't do the hold in between. It feels better on your body as well, but I want you to see the separation in the pressing action. So we're doing the hold. Now we're doing a single press. Now we're going to do a double press, two circles, one, two, arms are up, now three, one, two, three, and hold, press, double press, one, two, and now triple press, one, two, three, and hold, press, double press, triple press, one, two, three. This really gets those arms going very fast and keep your body still. It's a very big challenge. Here's the forward view of the hold, press, double press, triple press. On the first bounce, you'll see me push and I hold, and now I'm pressing. Now I do two presses, two circles, full range of motion, big circles all the way through. Now three, one, two, three, and now I hold to get ready for my next one. Single press, double press, And now triple press. 1, 2, 3. This is a really valuable exercise in keeping your body still and getting those arms whipping around for the pressing motion so you're ready to start your spinning actions as early as possible. This will enable you on regular jumps, regular presses, to be up and ready to start your spinning actions from a high place. That concludes this tutorial on trampoline skills to develop ability to stay on vertical line while jumping. I hope you found these skills and demonstrations valuable and can employ them in your own training. As always, aloha, and thanks for watching, and happy diving until we meet again.